Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Wolfie's Den. Hope you're all keeping well and had a good weekend. It's pouring with rain here this morning, but if you can hear a noise in the background, I have got my fan on because it's still rather humid and a bit close. Alright, I've had a couple of new Arrow releases in this week. I've had the Zombie Flesh Eaters Arrow box set, the old chunky one, and the Good Bag and the Ugly, the Clint Eastwood, last of the Spaghetti Western trilogy. I'm not going to show them off because basically I think the world and his wife's probably done reviews and unboxing of them already, so just want to let you know I had them in anyway. What we're going to do today is continue my DVD journey, which is coming to an end very soon. Today we are up to the letters U and V. So let's have a quick look and see what we got. See if there's anything interesting that you haven't seen. So first up, obviously starting with U, we have an unseen edition of a horror film called The Unborn. Then we've got a nice box set of Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson in Unbreakable. With a shiny, slippy cover on that one. This is the M. Night. I can never say this guy's name. Shyamalan, one of his films. Nice 2-disc set, this one. Nice artwork in there, and it opens up inside and you see Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, and then it opens up again. I think we've got a booklet there, and from this side, a bit more artwork on there. That's quite a nice collector's edition there on DVD of Unbreakable. Next we have another one with a nice slip on there for you slip enthusiasts. It even has some embossing on it. This is a not talked about very much horror film. I think it's Australian, I might be wrong. This is The Undead. So you can't really see it, there's some embossing on there. And there's some embossing on the back as well. All this red here is all embossed. So it's a nice little slip. That's the inside of it. I think it's Australian, I might be wrong. Doesn't really say on the back. So that's the Undead. There you go. As I always say, I've got to watch some of these films again. I can't really remember what some of them are about. Right, next up we have Nick Nolte and Gene Hackman in Under Fire. I think this is about Nick Nolte's like a type of a war photographer. I think this one's set in Nicaragua. I'll say that after a few drinks. Then we have Liam Neeson in Under Suspicion. Become a bit of a sort of an action star, Liam Neeson, in the last 10-15 years. Then we have, I'm not sure what this one, it looks a bit of a fantasy adventure, something called Under the Mountain. I don't recognise any of the, oh, Sam Neill. I was just going to say I don't recognise any of the stars, but Sam Neill's in it. Then you have quite a thin one here. This is Cinema Classics. This is called The Undying Monster. A vengeful monster and a horrific family secret. It's a black and white film. I'd imagine from the late 1930s, 40s, I'm guessing. Looks like a werewolf film. The Undying Monster. Then we have a film called Unearthed. I don't know if this is a horror film. Could be an action film, I'm not sure. This is Unearthed. We have another one in a very thin case. This is put out by the British Network Film label. It's called Unearthly Stranger. Terrifyingly weird, macabre, unseen things out of time and space. A sci-fi adventure. This one's black and white as well, so I'm assuming probably maybe late 50s on this. Then we have a nice slipcover on this one, Clint Eastwood film, which does have a nice 4K release as well. This is a 2-disc special edition of Unforgiven. So you've got Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman and Richard Harris. So you've got a good star cast in this one. One of Clint Eastwood's better westerns. See if I can get this out. Nope. Oh, so that's sort of a cardboard fold out one. There you go. Quite nice. There's the back of it. It's a nice 2-disc set there. As I've said loads of times before, I think loads of people forget that DVD did lots of chunky sets and 2-disc special editions, etc, etc, long before all this 4K stuff started doing all that, you know. There's still some good ones lying around if you could pick them up. This one is maybe on the Video Nasty list. I think it may be. It says it's previously banned, so I'm assuming it might be. This is called Unhinged. Obviously a horror film. Yeah, I do believe that was on one of the sections. I can't remember which one. Then we've got a bit of a spooky ghost film from the 50s. I'll say 50s, it might be the 40s actually. This has got Ray Milland in and is called The Uninvited. Next up we have Jean-Claude Van Damme in Universal Soldier: The Return. And here is the... No, I thought this was the original Universal Soldier. This is Universal Soldier Regeneration. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren in this one. I have got the original somewhere, or another format no doubt. I've got Liam Neeson again in a film called Unknown. And we have Morgan Freeman, Bob Hoskins and Jet Li in a film called Unleashed. And then we've got one that's got a bit of damage on it. She's got Barbara Buck in it, and it's called The Unseen. And I've just thrown it on the floor. That's probably why it's damaged. Unseen. One's been sitting around for a while, that one. Then we have Dennis Hopper, Lance Erickson in Unspeakable. Next up we have, I think it's either Japanese, Korean, or say Asian film. Not sure if this was on any nasty lists or banned lists or anything, but I know it is a pretty gruesome film. This one is actually as a Japanese release. It's got all Asian writing on it. Anyway, it's called The Untold Story. It's a really gruesome film. And we have another one with a nice slip cover. Another film that's got a great 4K release. This is The Untouchables with Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia, and as far as I can say, the person who steals the film, Sean Connery. This is in a nice little, as you can see, it's nice. It's not a slip cover actually. It's like a nice little box. It opens up there. There's an inlay card in there. Let's say. And there's your film inside. So it's a nice little box. Different. Look at that. Great film this. Untouchables. Gangster film from the 30s. Set in the 30s. Next up we have Diane Lane in Untraceable. Must admit, I'm quite glad I'm going through these DVDs because I'm pulling out films. I'm thinking, God, I haven't seen that for ages, or I don't even remember that film. You know, it's a bit of an eye opener sometimes. When you've got so many films, you can't remember them all. Right, this one's a comparatively recent film. Bit of a shiny, nice slip cover on it. This is Upgrade. Is it Upgrade? Yeah, Upgrade. You can see there the shiny slip. It's the same inside, is it? Yeah, same inside. That's Upgrade. Then we have another classic film. This is Tommy Lee Jones, Wesley Snipes, Robert Downey Jr. in U.S. Marshals. Good film. You can see how long I've had this film because it's got one of the older snapper covers in it. You can see that. Click. Very good film. And the last of my films under the letter U. This is another 2-disc set, special edition. Another film that's had a 4K release recently. This is The Usual Suspects. Film with a mega twist in this. Obviously, there's probably a lot of you out there who've seen it. It's really a good film. And this is just a 2-discer. 2-discer with a little booklet in it. Inlay. So that was the letter U. So we're going to do V now. A few more in V, not too many more. I hope what you liked, you sort of what there, get your words out. I hope you liked what you viewed there under you. I hope there's some films you haven't seen. So we'll start off with V. This has got Kate Beckinsale. This is No Vacancy. This was in an offer. Obviously, this is 3 for 20 quid, whatever that was. Horror film. Sorry, Vacancy. Not. I was reading where it said no on it. It is called Vacancy, the film. And then we have the follow-up to it. Vacancy 2, the first cut. As I said before, please pause if you want to read the back of the DVDs. This one is a horror film, sort of slasher film. Another one that's not really grouped in with big slashers. This is one called Valentine. The guy who's the lead in this, David, I can't pronounce his name, David Boreanaz. It's got Denise Richards as well. I think he was in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, and he's recently been in, if anybody's watched it, TV series Seals, American TV series Seals. This one's got a slip cover with some embossing on. This looks like a bit of what do you call it? I would say sword and sandals, but it's a Valhalla Rising. So it's got a nice slip on it. It's the same inside, yeah, it's the same on the back. It's a Viking type film, I looks at it. It's pretty bloody. Next up we have a Tom Cruise film. I would say a Tom Cruise film that's not talked about that much, to be honest. It's a Bryan Singer film. I think he's the guy who did some of the X-Men films. It's based on a true story. This is Valkyrie. It's about the some German officers who planned to assassinate Hitler. Unfortunately, they didn't quite do it, as we all know. That's a Tom Cruise film that's not shouted from the rafters. Next up, we have. It's like a not medieval, samurai type film, but also a horror film. This is Tushu Hark's Vampire Hunters. I'm saying that name wrong, obviously. I can't remember watching this one, but it sort of reminds me of the Hammer film, The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. I don't know if it is along those lines, but I'll have to watch it. Next up is John Carpenter film, which has got some dust on it. Where are we now? Sorry, yeah, James Wood, Daniel Baldwin in John Carpenter's Vampires. This one's quite chunky. This is a 2-disc collection. Another one with nice slip on it. This is Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale in Van Helsing. I wouldn't say it's one of the greatest films ever, but quite nice 2-disc set. Have a look. There we go. It's nice. Some nice artwork there. Quite nice. There we go. Put it together. Okay. And someone knows what's inside. There we go. So that's Van Helsing. that back in there. There we go. Sorry, put that back again. There you go. Van Helsing. Next up, we'll film with a couple of stars I know. John, God, I'm having trouble with names today. John Leguizamo, Zuma, and Thandie Newton in Vanishing on 7th Street. Definitely picked the films with all the great names in, didn't I? And we have Ultimate Car Chase movie. This is from the 70s, I would say. This is, who's got in this now? Barry Newman. That's it. Barry Newman's in this. This is Vanishing Point. Then we have a film with Dennis Quaid, Forrest Whitaker, Sigourney Weaver and William Hurt. So quite a big cast in this one. This is Vantage Point. Not a bad film, that one. Next up, we have a film I don't think I've watched. It's like an American college type film, sort of frat film. Got John Voight in it. This is Varsity Blues. Look on the back there, looks like it features American football. No, they call it football, it's not football really. Next up, we have one of the most explicit movies ever, apparently, about sex, drugs and rock and roll. This is Velvet Goldmine. Just trying to see who's in this one. Ewan McGregor's in this, apparently. Right, it's a bit small there. And you can see that. Then we have Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta. Another film with a 4K release. Then we have from the creator of Scream, we have a film called Venom. Nothing to do with the recent Venom releases. This is like a horror film. We have a martial arts film. This is another 2-disc edition. Yeah, another 2-disc edition. Oh, so you've got a little postcard on. Oh, sorry, it's a film called Japanese film called Versus. I don't think there's anybody I know in this. No, they're all Japanese. So it's a nice little 2-disc set. It's got some sort of a postcard there. And there's 2 discs inside there. I say postcards, more like a piece of slip of paper. That's Versus. And we've got one of these DVD special editions they used to bring out under the banner of the Super Bit collection. These films had a higher performance on them. High resolution DVD picture in sound and quality, creating the ultimate in home entertainment. This is anyway, this was Vertical Limit. Bit of a film along the lines of Everest, that kind of thing. No, I can't get this back in here, which is typical. There we go, eventually. Next up we have Christian Slater, Cameron Diaz in Very Bad Things. This was a comedy horror. Then we have a film which apparently by the sticker was £4. I bet that sticker won't come off now. No, I'm not going to try it, I'll probably rip everything off. A film called Veteran. Brian Cox is in this one. This is more of a documentary, this one, than a film. This is called VHS Nasty. This is a film about the video nasties. There. No, it says this is part 3 in the infamous cult VHS document series VHS Lives in the early 80s. It's just about the video nasty films. There's some better ones here. I have, these are quite good. The Definitive Guide to Video Nasties Part 1 and 2. All 72 titles. Three discs in this. Oh, 3 discs, and it's quite good. Some nice art cards in here as well. The little posters of the original artwork in there. So there's three discs in there. Yep, it's all about the it's all about it. And there's also another one here. This is Video Nasties Definitive Guide Part 2. The New War on Video Horror. This has a 3 discs in. Can't get it open. Yeah, this also has 3 discs in. Quite chunky size for DVDs. So that's all to do with your video nasties, or everyone. Next up we have another dusty one. It's got some dust on it. This is another one of my favourite person I cannot say the name of. Is Mr. Shyamalan. I don't know. This is The Village. And we now have 2 double bill horror features. This is Village of the Damned and Children of the Damned. These are the originals, not remakes. It says George Sanders and Barbara Shelley in Village of the Damned, and in Children of the Damned we have Ian Hendry, Alfred Burke in that one. So these are the double bill ones there. Next up we have a film, or films that I haven't got around to watching yet. I don't know why. I bought this a while back. This is a 5 film collector's Shit edition. What it says here. This is something called the Violent Shit Collection. These are 5 films, German films I believe, or German director, from the late 80s. It says on there, in the 1980s Germany, horror film censorship was a huge problem. The government rarely let classic horror films pass without seeing severe cuts, and they're released only to home video. To combat this unfortunate situation, many German horror fans scraped together a few bucks and with video cameras etc. and made their own films. So I'm guessing this is what this is. So there's 5 films on here. First one's called Violent Shit. Then we've got Violent Shit 2, Mother Hold My Hand. Violent Shit 3, Infantry of Doom. Violent Shit 4, Carl the Butcher versus Axe. And a bonus disc of Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence. Most of these films are about 70 odd minutes long. It all looks a bit cheap, budget, bizarre. There's 1, 2, 3 discs in there all together, and a Synapse booklet for some reason is in there, and there's another little inlay in there as well. That's here, films in there. So that is the Violent Shit edition. I don't know. Right, talking of which, another film shot on VHS home video presentation. So there's a special edition, includes both the Violence movie and the Violence movie 2. So this is actually called the Violence movie. It says it's a horror parody. So it says, while the flaws are very much present in this incredibly charming, and the passion and love for the horror genre is from full display. This is what being a horror fan is all about. So I think it's just a, as you can see on the back here, a bit of a parody of certain horror films. Another film, Stanley's Rapid, I haven't watched. Next up, we have The Virgin Soldiers. Then we have, I think it's a bit of a sci-fi, I won't say horror because it's only a PG, bit of a sci-fi film. There's Glenn Ford, Robert Vaughn, Olivia Hussey and George Kennedy in. This is called Virus. And we have another film now called Virus, nothing to do with the last one. This is Jamie Lee Curtis, William Baldwin and Donald Sutherland. As I say, nothing to do with the last film, not a follow-up or anything. This is the same title. Now we have a Kathleen Turner film of Romancing the Stone fame. One of her films very rarely you get to see anywhere. This is called V.I. Wachowski. Next we have Billy Zane in Vlad. Vlad the Impaler. Then we have another double feature of MGM Presents Midnight Movies double feature. This is Boris Karloff in Voodoo Island and The Four Skulls of Jonathan Drake. If I remember rightly, that Four Skulls of Jonathan Drake is very hard to get as a singular DVD, etc. I'm not sure why, but I did look for it, and it was about 40 odd quid plus just for the DVD. Two old-fashioned horror films there. Two more to go, and one of them is Tommy Lee Jones in a disaster film, Volcano. Got a volcano that surprisingly springs up in LA. And last up on V, we have Faye Dunaway and Max von Sydow in quite a distressing film. It also has Malcolm McDowell, Orson Welles and James Mason. This is Voyage of the Damned. So, there we have it. That is all of U and V in the DVDs. I'm sure there are some films in there you've haven't seen for a while, or maybe never seen. So perhaps this video will prompt you to have a look at them, see what you're missing. As per usual, I hope you enjoyed the all the films there. I'm going to be doing, I'm sure yet, I might just finish off the DVDs because I've got, I say we've just done U and V, so there's not really left in the alphabet to do. So we'll probably finish them off, and then we might move on to my 4K collection, or we might do the like special box sets, busts and things like that. I'm not sure yet, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Haven't got much on order for the next few weeks, so I don't think there'll be an update video of new deliveries or anything. But as I say, check out the channel, please subscribe. There's over 80 plus videos you can look back on, catch up with things. Give a like, make a comment, and I hope to see you all soon. Cheers.